Hello and welcome back again to part 2 of our Rolex Gray Market series. If you've missed part 1, make sure you go check it out. Gray Market products are sold outside of the distribution channel agreed upon by brands and official resellers. These products can be purchased for a fraction of their original cost. Brands do not encourage it, and it is uncontrollable. Gray markets are legal. This should be stressed, unlike the black market, which, let's not go over there. The timepieces are produced in the same factory as those sold in the brand's store. And so now, let us talk about the problem many people are claiming with the gray market. So make sure you stick to the end to find out the downsides of gray markets, and why is it not advised by many luxury shoppers. Watch manufacturers misjudging supply and demand is a concern for authorized dealers. Dealers must make a payment before learning which watches they will receive. This can cause issues when trying to get rid of unsold, unpopular, or outmoded timepieces from their inventory. A Datejust 36mm with a pink diamond dial, for example, may be difficult to sell because it is too huge for most women's tastes, yet too feminine for most men. What's the solution? Well, manufacturers often try to sell these less desirable timepieces alongside more desirable models to a gray market dealer who buys in bulk. Of course, the official retailer will not make as much money this way, but cash flow difficulties and inventory reduction are sometimes more essential factors than trying to sell watches in strict line with Rolex's criteria, which can be unachievable. What most people don't know is that there are so many great advantages in the gray market. And here are some of the most significant that we can really not deny a huge convenience for a shopper. First, you no longer need to queue in the long lines. Gray market dealers, more so than authorized dealers, operate on free market principles with no waiting lists. While this means you'll have to pay more for the most sought-after luxury timepieces, you'll be able to get them sooner. A stainless steel Rolex Daytona, GMT2 Batman, Submariner Hulk, James Cameron Deep Sea, or Sea Dweller model from an authorized dealer, on the other hand, is extremely rare, and even if you join a waiting list, there's no assurance you'll get the watch in the end. The steel Daytona is expected to be on the market for 2 to 5 years. Some ADs will not add new clients to the waiting list. And you know what? This is something all of us would surely love about the gray market. They offer significant discounts. Authorized dealers are often required to sell at prices set by manufacturers. If you're lucky, you might be able to negotiate a lower price at a Rolex boutique, but most people dislike haggling. In addition, ADs are often responsible for security and the rental of prime retail spaces. On the other hand, a gray market pure online business has smaller overhead costs and can subsist on lower margins than ADs, resulting in lower prices, with discounts of up to 40%. Stores operating in the gray market will be upfront about the price of each watch. However, many luxury watch boutiques are not so clear and will withhold pricing information. As a customer, you can go online to check what these prices are, but by the time you've done that, you might as well just buy the watch online. Even if you do find pricing info from an AD, you may be surprised, because they are usually more expensive. Another awesome thing about the gray market is you don't always have to buy or sell your products or your Rolex per se. Well, we all know not everyone wants to wear the same watch for decades, so what can you do with an old timepiece? Authorized dealers will not buy back used timepieces, therefore you'll have to resort to the black market. You may usually trade in your watch for a new one here, but in the gray market you can also achieve this. Used timepieces are frequently sold by the gray market vendors. Aside from the fact that these watches are more reasonable, one of the main benefits is the option to purchase older models that are no longer in production. The design quality of luxury timepieces is usually so great that you can hardly tell if they've been used before after some expert polishing, making the used timepiece industry incredibly viable. And needless to say, from a customer service standpoint, gray market stores are more likely to give customers more advice and be more honest, and they will surely let you walk away with your desired timepiece so long that you pay. Yes, that is right. No need to build connections and all that small talk. While it is perfectly safe to stroll into a store, buy a $10,000 luxury watch, and walk out in many countries, it can be troublesome in others. Some localities, in particular, have problems with thieves spying luxury stores and following customers after they leave to loot them. When compared to an online transaction, when a generic, fully insured package from UPS or FedEx will arrive discreetly, there are obvious security benefits. Another plus is that Rolex Gray Market has a lot more options. Another key advantage of gray market online retailers is that they have all models and types, whereas authorized dealers rarely carry all versions of a certain model. If you desire a Datejust 41 with a black dial, for example, the gray market would provide you a variety of materials and bracelet alternatives, but you won't find that with an AD. Gray market resellers also sell discontinued, pre-owned, and vintage Rolex models that aren't sold at official Rolex stores. While there are numerous advantages to purchasing a watch on the gray market, we believe it is equally vital to be entirely honest and clear about the drawbacks. The gray market surely has its dark sides. We believe there are two potential drawbacks that purchasers should be aware of before making a buying decision. The first major challenge is that some luxury watch companies claim that if a watch is sold in the gray market, the brand guarantee will not be honored. With that stated, all genuine new watches sold on the gray market come with the original warranty card and documents, and an AD has no way of knowing where they were purchased. Second, there's so many fake luxury watches sold on the internet, which is an awful truth. When buying on the gray market, there's a chance you'll come across fake timepieces, especially if you go through sites like eBay or Craigslist. As a result, we recommend that you only buy watches from reputable retailers to ensure the quality and authenticity of your purchase. Ultimately, customers may be dismayed or will find the company erratic because the products sold under their name in the gray market may not be of good quality, so if you're planning to purchase your Rolexes from the gray market, you have to make sure to be extra vigilant and careful when transacting with a merchandiser. Additionally, with all the disadvantages stated above, gray marketing costs the company, the industry, and the government a significant amount of money. It can be for the long term too, because it can discredit the reputation and brand image of a company, and this can result in costlier damage than monetary losses and gains. Purchasing in the gray market is a big gamble. It's a risk you must be willing to consciously take, especially if it would cost you your hard-earned money. But bear in mind that there are so many reputable dealers and merchandisers across the gray market, so you need not to worry too much. Just like in purchasing on an AD, of course, you should be mindful and be extra careful in acquiring your Lux timepiece. If you want to learn more about the Rolex market, make sure to comment down below and let us know what you want to see next. So please don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll be updated for the next part of this series. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.